Hey, we got off your phone. Welcome to the episode 13.2 of the let's say the mainly wrestling show again. Jesus Christ, what a tag team, Pep and Marv. The Sticky Bandits, the World
Frog
Tag Team
splash.
Champions. We're here to have a
You
look at
ain't getting up.
the Memorial tournament this week where Scottie Scheffler is once again um a short price favorite and probably deservedly so, given the fact that again, if you listen to some people on this podcast, he is, if not if not equal to, maybe better than Tiger in his prime. Fellon is notwithstanding. Xander Schauffele is the second favourite around the 7-1 mark. Rory McIlroy 8-1. Colin Morikawa 12s. I doubt any of the two boys here will be tempted with any three of those. But Victor Hovland 18-1. You have slagged that boy off for the best part of 3 months, and now you're suddenly going, Victor, not a bad bet.
Because he stopped partying. He was party boy, and he wasn't playing well, and he changed his swing coach.
Has he got
And
himself an
tried
Irish
to,
bird? Because it happens.
yeah, I mean, he won like 20, 30 million at the last summer. Like he decided to sit back and enjoy it for a bit. And fair enough, well played to
Where
him.
where have you heard this from? Where are your sources?
Just watching the boy. He likes a little drink. You can tell he's a party boy. Uh, I've not been invited to any of the parties.
You get
Like,
back to any party's head.
Hep's hunch, basically.
That's going to be a new segment. Hep's Hunch. XRP. 14 weeks in a row, back XRP.
it's gonna be flat again. You won't lose your money. You won't get it all.
So let's have a check. Let's have a check. Yep, still there. 40
Yeah,
points. Cheers, Hep,
still
yeah.
52 cents. Yeah. One of these days it'll move.
Like one of those old
No,
guys.
yeah. So yeah, I think Victor he's back with his old coach now. A lot has been made about that. He won here last year. Yeah, I think he's rounding into a bit of form, and I think I've mentioned a few times I'd like him next week as well at the US Open. So I think it's a nice little warm up victory for Victor to take him into the US Open.
I think we all said after watching is it the PGA? Hovland and Bryson. Those are the two immediately. Stop trying to eat your glasses, you fish. Hovland and DeChambeau were the two where you think, okay, they look like proper players and they're trending the right direction. Hovland 80-1. Best price, bet 365, quarter of the odds, first five, sorry. It's one of these signature events, so no cup, selected field. Marv, you aren't a fan of Victor Hovland. Who are you a fan of this week?
Yeah, this week, again, I think
Just reiterate who you put up last week because you've actually got a bit of place money for once.
Mackenzie Hughes
Got on the team.
sneaked high seven.
He was 7-2 running.
Yeah,
At some point in the final round.
I can't remember my other Canadian golf, was it Adam Hadwin? Missed a cut, did he?
Yeah.
So I think my selections are slowly improving.
I mean, they couldn't get any fucking worse, man.
No, that's what me.
You had to pay attention to golf now.
The only way is up. So I'm gonna stick with a few sort of outsiders, shall we say? Nothing too big, but I think this course needs a decent amount of accuracy. Plenty of high greens and regulations and high in strokes gained approach. So, we know Scheffler's well clear in both of those, but obviously I'm not going to take him on. There are a couple of golfers I quite like that I didn't realize weren't playing this week. So it was back to the drawing board for a few.
Aaron Wright, basically.
Yeah, Aaron Wright. Oh, yeah. And who was the other guy? Keith Mitchell. The old faithful.
Hep's favourite golfer.
So in the end, I have plumped for two, being Corey Connors at 50s.
Oh man, come on!
And
he's got
Tony,
no short game.
Tony, he don't need a short game around this place. And
every green.
Exactly. That's why he's high in the stats. Tony Finau at 50s has gained. Look. Do they think they can win? No.
Maybe my tips for the week. Do I think they can win? No. Anyway,
am I happy with them doing a Rory McIlroy and sneaking a top five? Yes. So there you go. We'll save the big hitters for next week because I like Hep. We'll be reverting to.
Give me the sales pitch behind Tony Finau.
He's just high in the stats that I'd like.
What stats?
High in greens in reg.
Where is he?
11th. this season,
Okay.
and strokes gained as I can say it. Strokes gained approach. I need Hep to say it for me.
Well, that's why you're not stato. Hep, give some stats.
He's fifth. He's fifth in strokes gained approach.
All
So,
right.
and
Good stat, to be fair.
so it's yeah, no real conviction, but I my obligation is to pick two golfers for this week. So,
Obligation.
um,
What's his record like around the course?
he didn't miss the cut the last 2 years because he didn't play the
Pretty
tournament
good.
the last 2 years. So
Mark, you might remember this. Why was Hideki disqualified here 2 years ago?
He put some like Tipex or whiteout on his driver or something. Yeah, this podcast I was listening today. They're saying
I couldn't remember why.
Quite notorious for a bit of controversy at this place because you had Rahm being removed from having COVID in 21 when it's 5 or 6 shots clear. You had, I think, Rahm when he won it the year before, his ball moved in the bunker or something. There was a bit of a controversy at the
he
time.
did like a Patrick Reed, yeah. Right.
Yeah, and then you've got Decky being withdrawn because he had like Tipex on his driver or something. I can't exactly remember the incident, but that's what I heard today. Yeah.
He said Decky kind of like a forgotten man in golf. Like he shot, did he shoot 61 at the Genesis? I went back and watched an old interview with Amanda. Joe Rory's done a bit of that himself. And he's like, yeah, I felt like I shot like 2 over today. And he goes, what are you talking about? You shot 61. But Hideki, he won this, I think, 10 years ago. And
10 years.
he's such a hard one to weigh up, isn't it? Because you never know what you're going to get with him. But he's, as a ball striker, in my head, he's probably top 5 on tour.
Yeah, he's up there and like consistently year after year. But I always used to mock you for betting him because I just didn't like his putting. He never. You hear that year, didn't he? When he won like
I think that's the name of our bank transfers.
Well, it might be the 2014 one. Did he win like 3 or 4 times on tour in like a couple of months?
He's
he had
third strokes gained tee degree on tour.
Well, but like, yeah, I never really back Decky, but yeah, he's always, if he comes in second or wins a tournament like this, you're never surprised.
Yeah, it's one of those where you think he could easily shoot 700-800 in one round. When his putter gets hot and you think, okay, and he's won. He needs that one good round where he like blitzes the field. Scheffler 1, Schauffele 2, Hideki 3, Rory 4, JT 5. Do you want to guess who's 6th strokes gained tee degree on tour? He's been very well backed on
Benny Ann?
Nope.
Keith.
You're in the right direction though.
Korean direction.
Yeah.
Siwoo.
Correct. Six strokes gained tee degree. He's like 0.649 strokes gained approach, which is just behind JT, Finau, Connors, and obviously the big dogs himself, Xander and Scheffler. But I'm surprised Siwoo Kint's so high up. Why did he not perform higher?
Look at those putting stats.
0.2s. Corey Connors around the greens 0.2. Like, why is Ludwig? Is Ludwig fit yet?
No, apparently he's still got a pretty hefty brace on him this week. So yeah, no, avoid Ludwig.
And yeah, he's still the 6th favorite.
Yeah, that's just name, isn't it? The bookies just cashing in.
Marve, yeah, he can get underground playing it. Of course, I'll turn up. Marve, play we haven't mentioned yet, and again, we 6, 7. We've mentioned Morikawa's a bottle job. 7th in the market, a 2-time winner, Patrick Cantley. Do you want to discuss A, the golfer, and B, the person?
Well,
half an hour, Twig. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, exactly. I think you found it out, Twig, hasn't he? Effectively, just taken a leave of absence in playing recently, and can't be bothered, and obviously he's far too busy running the PGA Tour. You know what I mean?
I might as well give myself a nice bonus as well.
Than hitting golf balls anymore.
Yeah,
He's played 40 tournaments in 2 years. Nobody in the top 100 officially ranked golfers in the world have played fewer tournaments than Patrick Cantlay, and I can find no evidence of him having injuries or having any like severe problems. He got married, didn't he, last year? Day after America got lost at Ryder Cup. Well, we're all here, lads. Say some
as
booking
well.
flights.
As well, you know what I mean?
Well, might as well it just says with like getting all the might as well just go down the road.
Don't get too drunk the night before after the Ryder Cup.
Yeah, exactly. Don't drown your sorrows too badly.
Get up early and get dressed for my wedding. Oh, fuck you, Patrick.
But Cantlay 25-1. Me personally, I could just never back him because I don't like. My dad was very much of that mentality. If you don't like a guy, it's very hard to cheer them on for financial gain.
Yeah, well, see, I'm just looking through his results this year. You know, he's had a tied third at the RBC Heritage and a tied for the Genesis. But kind of out of that,
the Genesis. I think he opened with a 62.
He's just irrelevant in his finishing positions. Yes, he might be. I don't think he's missed a cut, but he's just an also run really.
He's a really boring bastard. There's no flair. Is we think about some of these players. At least Scheffler found like a couple of like great second shots. So I think he held an eagle, didn't he, on the even against Rory at the at Quail Hollow. Like Xander was still in there and like trying to make a few shots. Aberg's a monster off the tee. Hovland's got a bit of flair. Cantley's just really boring, really methodical. I hate the fact he's got a big. I'm sorry, but he's got a big gap between his. Go sort your teeth out, man. You got 45. You got like 50 million in the bank. You're like a right twat.
Well, if you ignore his Zurich Classic
Google
win,
Patrick Cantley's.
I'm looking at his teeth right now.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
They were that big, but
It annoys me.
I've just got him up on the Wikipedia.
Look at his teeth. Go to Turkey. Like fucking $1,000 for a flight. I mean, if I could go to Turkey and get like a job done, I would.
That's where you were 2 weeks ago.
I heard the rumors on a couple of the golf podcasts.
Yeah, but remember, it takes 6 months to grow.
All right, yeah. I've got a lot of hair on my ass, to be fair, so I'd be okay. But...
plenty to graft across.
Graft, yeah. But Cantlay, yeah, not for me.
That's it. Looking at his previous wins, ignoring the Zurich Classic of New Orleans because nobody cares about winning a pairs comp on the PGA Tour.
Sorry, Ross.
He's Cantlay generally does better in the second half of the season. You know, October, August, September, August. His wins. You know, so maybe June onwards. So
he does well when Scottish cool down, basically.
Yeah,
Scotty can't be
yeah. When everyone else is, so maybe
majors are finished now. Yeah,
he's he doesn't sparkle. He's just very much just like a very vanilla. Maybe is the right way of describing Patrick Cantlay. There's just nothing there, is there?
Nothing there for us. Likewise, Tommy Fleetwood probably 33-1. Tommy Fleetwood is probably.
At least he smiles.
Tommy's a lovely man. I'd love to see Tommy win on tour, right? But 33-1, is Tommy going to win one in every 34 tournaments here? Probably not.
Nope, not yet.
Yeah, he might get a place, but do a Rory and backdoor at top 5. But not for me. We've not mentioned Wyndham Clark yet. You're a big fan of him, and I think you going to put him up this week.
I think I keep putting him up multiple times this season, but he just doesn't get the respect that others ahead of him gets in the numbers. He shouldn't be 40s, 45s when Sahith, Fleetwood, Decky, JT, Cantlay, as you say, hasn't really played this year. He shouldn't be above that. Okay, he's missed the cut in the 2 majors, but he's got a win, 2 seconds to Scottie, and he was 3rd at the last elevated event. I think Heritage might be one.
Signature event.
It's a signature event, sorry.
Okay.
But yeah, I just think it's just a really big price for Wyndham. I think he should be more in the low 30s rather than up in the 40s with Spieth, who hasn't won has won twice in 7 years. Wyndham's won twice in 7 months, plus a number of second places. So, yeah, I'll keep going back to Wyndham, even though he does seem to maybe peaked a bit earlier in the season. But
It used to be very big on Zalatoris. It's gone very cold there.
yeah, where is Zalatoris?
He's playing this week. That's what I'm saying. He's 66 to 1.
He plays less than Cantley, that guy.
He's got a very bad back, to be fair. But like me carrying this podcast anyway.
Fucking skinny as a fucking rake, that guy.
Stop talking about me. He's talking about Zala. Don't worry. For our audio listeners.
Hey, you said you were henged 5 minutes ago.
Free.
Not skinny though, am I? Jesus Christ. Tom Hoagie, you know what? Fair play to Skybet. Tom Hoagie have been pushed up to 100 to 1 with Skybet. If you want to waste 20 quid.
Could be tempted.
Hey, I agree.
100 to 1 might be a bit of a place money. So you're going to put Wyndham Clark up this week. Who's your other pick?
Victor. So I'm going to go 5 points win on Victor, 2.5
5 points win.
Yeah.
So I'm acting a desperate man. I'm back in 10 to 1.
I'm not going each way when he's 20 to 1. I'm not playing for that.
Don't back a 20 to 1 shot then. Or 16s or whatever it is.
Well, you need someone that can actually beat Scottie. Yeah, I don't think.
Has Hoffman never beat Scottie?
Well, he's won events.
FedEx Cup last year, Scheffler kind of checked out, didn't he? I think was it Scheffler and Cantley or Scheffler and Schauffele?
It was Scheffler and Xander. Yeah.
I think I was filming a wrestling podcast whenever this was on some Sunday, and I'm Hovland made like 8. I think it was bogey free, like 64 or something, right? And he was just flushing it to 8 feet every hole.
Him and Ludwig won 8 and 7 or something like that against Xander and Scottie. Yeah,
Ludwig and Hovland be some Ryder Cup pairing next year at Whistling Straits. Marv, give us your points breakdown in your selections.
Yeah, it's 2.5 points on each
way.
Each way, yeah, 2.5 points each way on both Corey Connors and Tony Finau, which you can get 50s out there with quite a few firms.
Corey Connors, that's a man who's got a deficit on strokes gained around the greens on the PGA Tour this year. Yeah,
just hit every green, Corey.
Just hit every green and then 2 putt maybe. Level par might win. My picks this week, I'm going to go Russell Henley, 50 to 1 with Bet365. According to those first 5, Henley's been in tremendous form this year. Probably should have done better. When was I away with the in-laws? In Marbella. And I think he was leading after 36 holes. Was that end of April? Probably should have done better. End of April. Where was that? The Heritage, 67, 69. Yeah, he's struggling this round. He's been very well back today. Tied 10th at the Wells Fargo, tied 23rd at the PGA. 51's too big for him. He's 10th strokes gained tee to green on tour. Too big. And again, Tom Kim. I don't like Tom Kim because there was so much hype around him after he won so early. You were a big fan of him, so
yeah, I was on the bandwagon.
So I immediately thought, well, I immediately think he's a twat because I've got to be against someone Heps with just because default, right? But I was watching him play a lot this past week, and he is awesome ball striking. He just didn't hold a putt for the first 2 days. He held 38 feet worth of putts on the first 27 holes, which is insane. When you think of like the run Bob McIntyre went on Saturday, and he held 110 feet worth of putt in 4 holes. Or I think 5 holes, whatever it was, something stupid. Wow. And Tom Kim did the first 27 holes. But 50 to 1 Tom Kim, finished 64 on Sunday. 50 to 1 Henley, 50 to 1 Tom Kim. One of them will finish top 5. And they're
it's a guarantee.
Better picks than those 2 puddings.
No one's going for Scheffler.
It's look, I'm sorry, right? We can't tip up Scheffler, can we? Like so, right? Not anymore, anyway.
We've Yeah, run that dry, I
So
think.
I asked, so I do like a month content plan for the Racing Post to give us stuff. I said, can you give us 5 eye catchers from Epsom's Derby meeting? First one, well, City of Troy was very impressive. Like, fuck off. Like, I'm sorry. In the notepad, that's a dark one. City of Troy won the Derby, 3-1 favourite. Fucking hell, dark horse. Do we know who do you think Steve Palmer's going to go with this week?
Yeah.
I think he'll tip up Hovland.
He knows what he's talking about.
He had 5 points each way. McIlroy didn't he last week? The fish.
Oh no, he didn't. He didn't. He had a week off, didn't
It was a week before.
he? Yeah,
Sorry,
I think he was skint from the from the PGA. To be
it was
honest.
Ian Wilkinson. I think he did his money as well, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe he will go. I don't know if he's you know, we know that he's big on McIlroy. He's a fan, but I don't know. I don't know. Is he a Victor fan as well? So
Any others big price? Give us something at 3 figures to keep an eye on because like Mackenzie Hughes played really well last week, 110 to 1. I could see someone like Justin Rose, 110 to 1, or Chris Kirk, 1 to 1. In my head, like the older players, a bit more experienced, good ball strikers. Taylor Moore gone Calder.
Yeah, Taylor Moore's played really well. Also, like Dietrich, like he keeps showing up like he's not going to win. He's going to bottle it. But
Take a place.
125s to get a place, like
Take a place.
you know, he's a big hit and he's shown up quite a few times this season already. So yeah, I think Dietrich or Taylor Moore's a good.
He should have won the Scottish
Sure.
Open 3 years ago, Tom Dietrich, 4 years ago. And he's so bad that you could probably argue. I think he had 6 feet for eagle at the last par five. When did Scotty lose? Was it the Houston Open? He missed
Yeah.
3 straight 7-footers at 15, 16, 17. Tom Dietrich, he should have won that tournament. He's a bit like McIlroy. He has to come from behind with a late charge. If he's anywhere near the leaderboard, his arse will go.
Yeah, I'll take a place at 125s.
We'll take a place.
I tell you who's. No, I was going to say. I tell you who's back in the field this week after he skipped last week. Davis Riley. And so he 200s after he won the Charles Schwab, and then decided, like Bobby Mack, get going to Canada. Might as well have a week off and just live it up. But he is back in the field, and 200s. It's could easily miss the.
Do you know what Bob had a look at the field for this week and went. Bob had a look and went. So who's back this week? Scottie, Xander, Morikawa, Hovland, Aberg, Cantley, Thomas, Hideki. Keep going. Tequila, Clark, Homer, Henley, Spieth, Fitzpatrick, Benan, Tony Finau. Dad, what time's that flight again? 7?
Yeah.
Yes, okay, what for that? And even going like Sung J M, Keegan Bradley, Zalatoris, Straka, Lowry. All these players skipped this week. Denny McCarthy, Jason Day.
I'll see you at the 3M, boys. The Barracuda, whatever.
Heck, even Bessie, Brian Harmon, JT Poston, they all had the week.
Take off this list right now.
Harris English, Justin Rose. That's like 24 players who all skipped last week. And guess what, Marv? Rory still couldn't get it done.
Yeah. As you said, the only thing to add on last week is that if Scheffler was in the field, imagine if
Hoagie skipped it.
Imagine if Xander was in the field last week, what they would have won by.
What price? I mean, Rory was 7-2, right? What price would Xander have been last week? 4-1.
Probably the same. I don't think they could
but the way they're playing, Scottie and Xander, they'd won by 10 last week. The course looked easy. It looked there for the taking to be.
I would not be surprised if they're 1-2.
For the 2 hours that I watched this week on Sunday. Yeah.
I mean, Rory was 7-2 last week. This week, it's a harder field, and he's as short as 7-1 in some places. You need to be asking yourself, why would you be backing Rory McIlroy 7-1 for the Memorial?
let's get him on. We need somebody. We need to ask somebody. Why do you back Rory McIlroy?
Can we set up a book and just lay it at tens? Just
Hep bet. I think it's a hep takes my bets anyway. So
ace.
anyway,
What a system.
But Morikawa, another one you wouldn't be keen to be siding with about
Too
18.
many chances. 12-1. It's you betting place only. He can't get the job done.
Morikawa 12-1 whereas Hovland's 18 with 365, and likewise Morikawa 12s versus Hideki 33s and Clark 40s. I might just being really stupid. That's insanely short.
He's just fearing the easy place money, because to be fair to Colin, he's very consistent, but he can't get it up. Can't
I don't
finish the
think he's
job.
got a good record. I think Morikawa strokes gained approach 0.1 0.161. He's one of the lowest, like borderline top 100 on tour. He's
Was this
very
an
good.
approach?
Pardon?
Was that an approach? Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's normally his strong suit.
Come on, Stato. You got no pearlers for us today.
No, I was working hard.
Strokes gained approach to green. Morikawa 71st on tour,
Yeah, that is shocking for him.
and yet he's 12-1.
It's just back off. He's had 2 fourths in a row already. So he was 4th at the PGA, 4th at the Schwab, and then T3 at the Masters. His form's there, but like Marv said, you don't think he's going to win, and I'm not backing someone at 12s for the place money.
And give the tight greens and the scrambling, right? He's 120th on tour for putting. Can't find his scrambling stats.
Did he win here? That was it. The COVID year when they had they played back-to-back weeks here. They played it like it was the work day, and then
no, he's never won. He's never won the Memorial. He was second to Cantlay in 2021. I think that's what you think of. He lost in a playoff to Cantlay. Probably should have won. I think Cantlay birdied 18 to get to a playoff.
Yeah, it was just that year they played this course back-to-back weeks coming out of COVID. When one it was the work day, and then they played it as the Memorial the week after. I don't know.
I think so, but he hasn't won. He should have won this. He hasn't won this.
But yeah, I'm not backing him at 12s. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. So anyway, for me, it's Tom Kim and Russell Henley 50-1. Marv, give us your picks again.
Rory Connors and Tony Finau. 50s.
And Hep, your 2 losers for the week.
Hovland and Clark.
That's 2 people in the top like 8 betting spots in the market. Hep.
Yeah, didn't work last week either.
That's what I think a bit about.
The podcast really does need a winner, doesn't it? Though
we really do. Come on, guys.
If you take Scottie out, we haven't tipped a winner in. This will be 12 weeks up until this point without going for Scottie.
I had placed money for Xander at the Masters. I'd placed money for Tom King at 50s last week.
Nobody wants place money, do they?
What tune?
That's why Hep's going to win only. But we'll see. My fingers crossed when we come back next week, we've actually got a winner. I think Russell Henley 50-1. That will surprise a few people, but we will see next week anyway. Anyway, I've been Jack Milner. He's been Heppel.
Hello.
And he's been Marv. And they've been the Sticky Bandits. And we will see you all very soon. Ta-ra.